Dr. Parris Lyew-Ayee, welcome to Profile.
Thank you for having me.
Quite a resume, so let's start by talking a little bit about that. Chief Strategy Officer for the LEAP company, which is the company that helps run Project STAR. It's a project of the private sector organization of Jamaica that's hoping to inspire change in particular communities across the country. And I want to talk about that first, but former director of Mona Geoinformatics Institute, developed the region's first GPS navigation system, led advanced research and development in geospatial technology applications across various sectors, now Vice President at the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, Chairman of the Scientific Research Council and International Center for Environmental and Nuclear Sciences, Board Member of Grace Kennedy and Chairman of the Dairy Industries Jamaica Limited, First Class Honors in Earth Sciences from UWI and Doctor of Philosophy in Geography from the University of Oxford. So when you hear all of these, sounds very, very, very busy. Do you enjoy it?
Well, sometimes you don't enjoy it in the middle of the activities and adventures, but looking back, yeah, I mean, you look back, no regrets for sure. If I didn't enjoy it, I guess I wouldn't be doing it. But the myriad of things that are happening, it kind of keeps things exciting anyway. It keeps things fresh. The types of activities themselves are dynamic, so it's never the same day, 2 days in a row.
Let's talk about this, the activity. How does this, involvement in all of these different kind of areas link to how you grew up?
I grew up in a professional household. Both my parents were involved in the professional fields. My father was in the bauxite industry with the government. My mother was at the university as a lecturer. But the challenge of understanding the development of a society, development of the country, and there are different fields. One was in geology, the other in geography, both encompassing a very wide range of topics of interest and literal physical space across Jamaica and the region. It made me realize that there's a lot out there. There's a lot of exciting things out there, but there's also a very important need to be a part of that, to engage it more than just as a passive observer, to measure it, to be part of a change, to fix something or to help fix something or to stop doing something. All of these things, it challenged me.
Were they saying this to you as well? Get involved.
Saying certain things again in a Chinese type household. Some things are said and unsaid, but you get it, and looking at what they see and listening to what they say, but also how they engage with whether it's my mother's students or my father and his partners in the different bauxite companies or government agencies that he would work with. You realize that seeing that kind of engagement, not being just an observer, is a key part of being a part of this world. So, I was just soaking it all in.
How did this translate into school itself and your involvement?
I go back to the Chinese part of this. School is do well or else. And there was no other option than at least trying to do well.
So it's Stella Maris Prep, St. George's College, University of the West Indies, and then going on to the University of Oxford. You completed Doctor of Philosophy in Geography in 2.5 years. First of all, how did you achieve that? This is a PhD that people spend years, some people never complete, years doing. What was the driving force behind your completing it in 2.5 years?
I wanted to come home. It was simple as that. I was homesick. I was cold. My supervisor said, you can go home when you're finished. And okay, so let me finish, move as quickly as I can, be efficient in what I'm doing, and then able to get there.
And then coming back to Jamaica now, getting involved in different kind of sectors, what did you do first?
I came back to an environment where we had a wonderful principal who became Governor General, Professor Ken Hall. He was a tremendous inspiration to what became my professional career. Again, he offered me the position at what became the Mona Geoinformatics Institute, sight unseen. But what was important to me, and all young people listening or out there have to understand that there's no way, zero way that they're going to be able to do what they want to do by themselves. someone is going to come and help you. You don't know when that's going to be. I was fortunate enough to have that principle start me off. But a key thing in accepting and getting that kind of mentorship, that guidance, is the implicit understanding to never disappoint that person. Coming back to Jamaica, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get out of being in the UK and come back, and then I'll figure things out later. It happened faster than I thought, but it was enabled by the vision and the faith of that one person, Ken Hall, and from then you move on. But as I was given opportunities, so would I give opportunities to people as well. Sight unseen. Sometimes I hit goals, sometimes I regretted it, but I wasn't going to stop trying to put faith in people as faith was put in me.
What was the biggest challenge?
Beginning to me, I've never worked a day in my life before, and that was the first one. It was just, it's not a pure research institution, so I had to generate income, I had to employ staff, I had to engage clients, I had to deliver projects on time, on budget, all of those things which were different from just a standard research environment. But the more I was immersed in it, and I spent 17 years doing it, the more I appreciated the challenges of the real world, what entrepreneurship means in real life, not in theory. And how do you translate entrepreneurship into sustainability? Because you can have a great idea, it'll die by next week. How do you give legs to those ideas? And it's something, again, with being part of the private sector organization of Jamaica, you also begin to put yourself in a position of being and engaging with entrepreneurs as well as former entrepreneurs turned titans. So it's something that we really should be looking at the full spectrum rather than just the beginning of journeys.
All right, let's talk about that. But first, let's take our first break on Profile. My guest is Jamaican scientist and business leader and vice president of the private sector organization of Jamaica, Dr. Parris Lyew-Ayee. We're back with you after these messages.